Hey guys, this is Jabari.king coming at you guys again. I just wanted to go ahead and shoot a quick video and just answer a few questions that I had pertaining to my last video about what an investment is. Now, here's one quick thing I want you guys to do. Go to finra.org, that's FINRA.org. Look to your right-hand corner, and it's going to be something called Broker Checker. Now, in Broker Checker, you can enter my name or enter any financial representative name, and it'll just give you their designations. So if someone tells you that they're a financial advisor, well, if they're not able to handle your money for you, they may just be someone who lends out advice. So they may not really be an actual advisor. They just may be a financial coach, or they may be a financial guru of some sort, but they may not actually be a real financial advisor. So go to Broker Checker in finra.org. Look up my name. My name is Jabari. That's Jabari. Last name King, and it'll show you my designations. I'm an investment representative, and the reason why we use financial advisor now, maybe back in the 80s and the 70s, we used to use the word stockbroker. Well, stockbrokers usually just sold stock to people, so that means they didn't really have a comprehensive planning of that person's future. That means they didn't really necessarily have to even care about what that person used that money for that they made from their stocks. Well, now as a financial advisor, we are holistically taking care of people financially, and we're not just calling ourselves stockbrokers anymore, because we offer way more than just stocks. We do financial planning as well as buying stocks, and it's not just stocks. There's mutual funds, there's bonds, there's CDs, there's index funds, many different investments. Even if you guys aren't privy to, I do want you guys to send me an email and ask me, hey, what are those investments that you're talking about? Well, that leads me to my second point that I wanted to point out. Someone asked, well, can you give us more detailed financial information? That means, can you give us financial advice via the web? Well, there's a reason why I always tell you guys at the end of every video, give me a call at the office or send me an email to jabari.king at edwardjones.com if you have a more detailed financial question. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give out some financial information on this channel, right? But that does not mean that that financial information will always be applicable to you as an individual. That's why I tell you, for more detailed questions, give me a call or send me an email, because much like a doctor can't give you a prescription without seeing you, without checking on their patient, a financial advisor is held to the same creed. So we just can't give out information without knowing your financial situation or without knowing your goals. That can be ill-advised advice that we can get sued over, and that's why you won't see me just saying, hey, well, you need to go invest in this particular mutual fund, because I don't know who my audience is, and I don't know. You can be a 70-year-old guy or you can be a 10-year-old kid, and you're going to invest in different type of mutual funds. You're going to buy different type of stocks. Even if you're a 70-year-old guy, I don't necessarily know what's your level of comfort with risk. I don't necessarily know how much money do you have to invest, because depending on the amount of money that you have, there are going to be different investments for you. So I don't want to get too much into detail on these quick videos that I'm going to be uploading. But if you guys do have any detailed financial questions, please feel free to give me a call at Jabari or an email at jabari.king at edwardjones.com, or give me a call at 713-856-5276. Once again, that email is jabari.king at edwardjones.com. It's going to be in the description. The phone number is 713-856-5276. Thanks a lot. One question that I had pertaining to yesterday's video about what an investment is, I mentioned assets versus liabilities in a couple of my other videos. Well, I wanted to just show you guys, or just explain to you guys, what an asset is versus what a liability is. Now, remember, the example that I used was you are your own business, right? Any successful business is going to have more assets than they have liabilities. So that is one thing I want you guys to think about today. You're your own business. What are your assets and what are your liabilities? I talk about the importance of having the budget sheet, because that budget sheet will show you what your assets are and it will show you what your liabilities are. Any good financially sound business they're going to have more assets than they have liabilities. And that means that they're increasing their cash flow, and they're limiting the expenses that are coming out of their cash flow. So that means that they're operating in the black. They're operating in the plus. They're not operating in the red. The red is the negative. The black is the plus. Now, what an asset is for you guys, if we're talking personal finances, what an asset is going to be for you guys, an asset can be anything like a house that you own that you're getting rental income from, but a liability is going to be, you can still own a home, but you're paying the bank mortgage, and you're not actually making a profit from that home. Now, that home may not necessarily be a burden on you because it may be a place that your family lives. It may be a moral asset. But it may not be a financial asset. Now, there's going to be a difference between moral assets and financial assets. A girlfriend may, for someone like myself, because I am a man, so I'm going to say girlfriend, a girlfriend may be a financial burden for many people, but they're going to be a moral asset. They're going to be an emotional asset because they bring value into your life. But if we're just talking about personal finance, I want you guys to think about all the things that bring a negative in terms of your balance sheet, in terms of how much you have to pay. They're bringing a negative. They're taking away. That's what we're thinking about for personal finance. We're not thinking about anything outside of what they do to your overall number. So if your number is 100, I want you to think about everything that subtracts from that number 100, and that is going to be your liability, and everything that adds to that number and gets you over 100 is going to be your assets. So think of assets and liabilities just as that. Expenses are liabilities, and revenue are assets. I hope that explains assets and liabilities a lot better to you guys. For more financial questions and for more detailed financial information, give me a call at the office at 713-856-5276. And for more financial questions and more detailed financial information, you can also send me an email at jabari.king at edwardjones.com. That's JABARI .king at edwardjones.com. Talk to you guys soon. To leave you guys on a more positive note about assets versus liabilities, I just want to let you guys know that every liability in your life does not have to be a negative. There are certain required liabilities, such as a girlfriend or such as a boyfriend, and maintaining that relationship. Every time you go out, well, sometimes the moral assets are way better than the financial liabilities. So sometimes you have to do a give and a take. But the moral of the story and the point that I'm trying to get across was just, all you have to do in life to make sure that you're running your company better is limit the amount of liabilities. It does not mean you will eliminate all your liabilities, because no company has zero amount of liabilities. Everyone has some type of liabilities, but most good companies have more assets than they do liabilities. So that's why I want you guys to focus on building up your assets more and limiting the amount of liabilities that you do have. So that does not mean that every liability is a bad one, and there are going to be required liabilities. If you want to have love, or if you want to have happiness, if you want to take vacations, well, those are liabilities because they take a minus, and they take from that 100 number that we talked about earlier, and they will make it into 98, or they'll make it into 96. But what we want is so much assets that even when you take a liability and it takes your number and turns it to 96, well, your assets are coming right behind it and bringing you back above 100. So not every liability is going to be a horrible one. Just make sure that we're going to have more assets than we do liabilities. And that's the purpose of this video.